What is a fraction of a set? Well, first of all, what is a set? Well, a set is a number of things of the same kind that belong or are used together, or in other words, a group of things. Let's see an example. I have this set of logos. How many logos do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 logos. And that's telling me that 9 is the total amount of parts of this set. There's 9 of them. That's my total amount of logos, 9. Okay. Now, if I want to take a fraction of this set and I say, what fraction of this set are blue logos? How do I do that? Well, I'm going to count how many of them are blue. It's 1, 2, 3 blue logos. Those 3. And since 9 is the total amount of parts of this set, that will be my denominator. So 3 out of 9 logos are blue. That means that 3/9 or 3 out of 9 of the logos are blue. And that's how you get a fraction of a set. This is the easiest way. But, you know, I know you've seen your book and you've seen that there are other examples that might not be that easy. So I have these emojis. How many emojis do I have here? What if they give me the total of objects in a set and they ask me about a fraction of it? It's not going to be as easy as the logos because now I have a bunch of them. It's like a lot more than 9. First of all, there are 40 emojis in this set. And they're telling me that Maria uses 2/5 or 2 out of 5 of these emojis regularly, but there are 40 of them. How do I do that? Well, this is telling me that 40, my total amount, is divided into 5 parts, 5 equal parts. Remember that fractions are always equal parts. So now I know that 40 is divided into 5 equal parts. And Maria is using 2 out of those 5 parts. So I'm going to divide my set of emojis into 5 equal parts. 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts. How do I know? Because they're arranged in a row, and so they're easy to divide this way. But of course, I can do it with an operation. 2 out of 5, I'm sorry, 2/5 of 40 means that I have to divide 40 by 5. 40 divided by 5 equals 8. Yeah. That will mean that each row has 8 emojis. Let's check. Row number 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there are 8 emojis in each part, or each row in this case. Now they're telling me that 8 represents 1 part out of this 5, but she's using 2 parts. How do we know how many emojis does she use? Well, she's using 2 parts and each part has 8 emojis. So I just have to multiply 8 times 2 equals 16. So she uses 16 emojis regularly. Okay, so you have a set. You have the total amount of things in that set. And they're telling you that it is divided into a number of parts. And that number of parts is the number in your denominator. So you have to divide the total amount of items or things in your set. So you're going to divide them by the denominator, and you'll know how many things are in each part. Easy peasy. There's another example. What if I don't know the total amount of objects? They're giving me a fraction and the amount it represents. Well, I have this bunch of flowers. I don't know how many flowers are there, but I took 2/6 of the bunch and there were 36 flowers left. Okay, so I don't know how many are there at the beginning. I know I took a fraction of them and there were 36 flowers left. I want to know how many flowers were there to start with. So I can go ahead and do my bar model, and I'm going to divide them into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. Why 6 parts? Because the denominator is telling me that there were 6 parts at the beginning. I don't know how many is or how much is the total amount of flowers, but I know it was divided into 6 parts because that's what the denominator is telling me. I do know that I took these 2 parts and I left the rest. And that rest equals 36 flowers. Okay? Now again, remember that fractions are equal parts. So this 1, 2, 3, 4 parts should be equal amongst each other, and these 2 should be equal to this other 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and divide 36 by 4, because 4 parts equals 36. Then 1 part should be 36 by 4, divided by 4. And that's 9. Now, I know that each one of these parts equals 9. And I know 1 part equals 9. If 1 part equals 9, then to know the total amount of the 6 parts altogether, I just need to multiply 6 times 9. Why? Because I have 6 parts and each part is 6 or equals 6. So 6 times 9 equals 54. And now I know that there were 54 flowers in the bunch at the beginning. And that's it for today. Guys, I hope this was helpful. See you next time. And